This is a Grove Barndominium, one of the most popular prefab models in America right now. And after spending time in this 2,000 square foot build, I'm going to tell you everything they don't show you in the marketing materials. The good, the bad, and whether it's actually worth the $350,000 price tag. Stay until the end because I'm revealing the 3 hidden costs that caught this homeowner completely off guard. If you're considering a Grove Barndominium or any prefab metal building home, hit that subscribe button right now because I'm breaking down real costs, real timelines, and real problems that nobody talks about. This could save you from making a very expensive mistake or convince you this is exactly what you need. Let's dive in. Welcome back to the channel. Today we're touring a completed Grove Barndominium. For those unfamiliar, Grove is one of the leading barndominium kit companies in the United States, offering fully engineered metal building packages designed specifically for residential living. They've exploded in popularity over the last few years, and for good reason. But is the hype justified? We're about to find out. What is Grove? Grove Collaborative Buildings, not to be confused with Grove Collaborative, the cleaning company, specializes in residential steel frame buildings. They offer several floor plan options ranging from 1,200 square feet up to 3,500 square feet. What sets them apart from competitors is their focus on modern design aesthetics. These aren't your grandfather's pole barns. Grove Barndominiums feature clean lines, contemporary finishes, and layouts that feel more like architect-designed homes than agricultural buildings. The company handles the engineering, fabrication, and shipping of the steel shell kit. What you get is essentially the bones of your home: the metal frame, exterior panels, roof, windows, doors, and structural components. Everything else, the foundation, interior build-out, plumbing, electrical, HVAC, and finishes, that's on you to arrange. The model we're touring. This particular Grove Barndominium is their Canyon model, 2,000 square feet with 3 bedrooms and 2 bathrooms. The homeowner purchased the kit in early 2024 and completed construction in late 2024. Total time from ordering to move in, 11 months. Let's talk about what that actually cost. The real costs. Grove kit price. The Grove kit itself for this 2,000 square foot model cost $89,000. That includes the engineered steel frame, standing seam metal roof in charcoal gray, metal siding panels, 8 windows with Low-E glass, 2 entry doors, 1 garage door, insulation rated R19 for walls and R30 for the ceiling, all fasteners and trim, and detailed assembly instructions. Delivery to their property in Texas added another $3,200. So we're at $92,200 just for the kit delivered. Foundation. Grove buildings require a concrete slab foundation. For this 2,000 square foot footprint, the foundation cost broke down as follows: site preparation and grading $4,500, plumbing rough and beneath the slab $5,800, concrete slab with rebar and vapor barrier $18,000, and foundation total $28,300. Erecting the shell. The homeowner hired a local steel building crew to erect the frame. This is not a DIY-friendly project unless you have significant construction experience and equipment. The crew took 6 days with 4 workers. Labor cost was $14,500. Crane rental for 3 days was $4,200, making the shell erection total $18,700. Interior build-out. This is where costs really add up, and where Grove's marketing materials get a bit vague. Interior framing for bedrooms, bathrooms, and closets cost $12,000 in materials and labor. Spray foam insulation upgrade. They added closed cell foam for better climate control, $9,500. Drywall installation, texture, and paint ran $16,500. Flooring. They used luxury vinyl plank throughout. Cost $8,900. The kitchen with stock cabinets, laminate countertops, and mid-range appliances totaled $22,000. Bathrooms including tile, vanities, toilets, and showers came to $11,500. Interior doors and trim cost $5,200. Lighting fixtures and ceiling fans ran $2,800. Total interior build-out, $88,400. Systems. Electrical rough, in, and finish $11,500. Plumbing rough in and finish $9,200. HVAC, they installed a 3-ton mini split system, $8,800. Septic system, they're on rural land, $16,000. Well drilling, hit water at 240 feet, $14,500. Systems total, $60,000. Exterior and site work. Covered front porch addition, $7,200. Gravel driveway, $4,500. Basic landscaping, $2,800. Exterior lighting, $1,400. Site work total, $15,900. Permits and fees. Building permits, $2,800. Septic permit, $600. Well permit, $400. Electrical and plumbing permits, $800. Engineering stamps and inspections, $1,900. Permits total, $6,500. Contingency and extras. Unexpected expenses. There are always unexpected expenses. Ran about $12,000. This included additional insulation, upgraded windows in the master bedroom, a more expensive front door than originally planned, and various small overruns. Grand total. Grove kit and delivery, $92,200. Foundation, $28,300. Shell erection, $18,700. Interior build-out, $88,400. Systems, $60,000. Exterior and site work, $15,900. Permits, $6,500. Contingency, $12,000. Grand total, $322,000. The homeowner's original budget was $280,000. They went over by $42,000. This is extremely common with Barndominium builds. When Grove advertises that you can build for $150 per square foot, they're technically correct if you do absolutely everything yourself and use the cheapest materials. But realistically, this build came in at $161 per square foot, with the homeowner acting as their own general contractor and doing some of the work themselves. The good. Let's talk about what this homeowner loves about their Grove Barndominium. Speed of construction. Compared to traditional stick-built construction, this was fast. From breaking ground to moving in took 11 months. A comparable traditional home in their area would have taken 18 to 24 months. Open concept design. The clear span steel framing means no load-bearing interior walls. You can configure the interior layout however you want. This Barndominium has a massive open kitchen, dining, and living area that feels incredibly spacious. Energy efficiency. The metal roof reflects heat, the spray foam insulation is excellent, and the mini-split HVAC system is highly efficient. Their energy bills are running about 30% lower than their previous traditional home of similar size. Low maintenance exterior. Metal siding and metal roofing require virtually no maintenance. No painting, no rotting, no termites. Rinse it with a hose once a year and you're done. Aesthetic appeal. This is subjective, but the modern industrial look is striking. High ceilings, exposed ductwork, polished concrete floors in the main living area. It has a contemporary vibe that you can't easily achieve with traditional construction. Durability. Steel frame construction is incredibly strong. This building is rated for 150-mile-per-hour winds and heavy snow loads. In an area prone to severe weather, that peace of mind is valuable. The bad. Now let's talk about the challenges and disappointments. Condensation issues. Metal buildings can sweat. Despite the spray foam insulation, they experience condensation problems in the first few months, particularly in the garage area that they didn't spray foam as heavily. They had to add additional vapor barriers and dehumidification. This cost an extra $2,800 that wasn't in the original budget. Acoustic problems. Sound carries in these buildings. Conversations in one room can be heard clearly across the house. They've had to add rugs, curtains, and acoustic panels to dampen the echo. The metal exterior also amplifies rain noise, which some people love, but can be disruptive during heavy storms. Finishing details are tricky. Attaching things to metal studs requires special fasteners and techniques. Hanging heavy cabinets, mounting TVs, installing grab bars in bathrooms. Everything requires more planning than with wood framing. Several contractors they hired weren't familiar with steel stud construction and had to learn on the job. Resale value uncertainty. Barndominiums are still relatively new in the residential market. Appraisers and lenders don't always know how to value them. When they had the home appraised for insurance purposes, it came in $25,000 below their total investment. This could be a problem if they ever need to refinance or sell. Limited customization of the kit. Grove's kits are engineered as complete packages. You can't easily modify the window placements, door sizes, or structural elements without paying for custom engineering. The homeowner wanted an additional window in the master bedroom, but was quoted $3,800 for the engineering changes. So they stuck with the standard layout. Delivery logistics. The kit arrived on 3 semi-trucks. They needed a staging area for the materials and had to unload everything within a tight time frame. Coordinating this was stressful, and they had to rent a forklift for $600 to move the heavy steel beams. The ugly truth. Let's get real about 3 things Grove doesn't emphasize in their marketing. Financing is difficult. Most traditional mortgage lenders won't finance a barndominium build, especially if you're acting as your own general contractor. The homeowner had to use a construction loan with a higher interest rate, then refinance into a conventional mortgage after completion. This added about $8,000 in extra interest and fees. Some lenders flat out refuse to consider the project. You need construction experience. Grove markets their kits as DIY friendly. Unless you have significant construction knowledge, you're going to need to hire a general contractor or become one yourself. This homeowner spent hundreds of hours coordinating subcontractors, dealing with inspections, solving problems, and managing the project. They estimate their time was worth $30,000 if they'd been paid for it. The timeline will slip. Grove quoted a 6 to 8 week delivery time for the kit. It arrived 12 weeks after ordering due to supply chain issues. Then the foundation contractor was delayed by 3 weeks of rain. The HVAC installer was booked out 2 months. The county inspector only came once a week. Every phase of the project took longer than planned. If you're on a tight timeline, budget for delays. What would they do differently? I asked the homeowner what they'd change if they could do it over. Budget more. They would have started with a $320,000 budget instead of $280,000. The overruns weren't due to poor planning, but rather underestimating the real costs of finishes and systems. Spray foam everything. They try to save money by only spray foaming the living areas and using bad insulation in the garage. Big mistake. The condensation issues cost more to fix than just spray foaming everything from the start. Hire a general contractor. Acting as their own GC saved money on paper, but cost them enormous amounts of time and stress. They would have paid the 15 to 20% GC markup to avoid the headaches. Choose a different HVAC system. The mini splits work well, but are loud and the aesthetics of the wall-mounted units bothers them. They wish they'd spent more on a duct system with hidden vents. Add more electrical outlets. They follow the minimum code requirements for outlets. In practice, they're constantly using extension cords. Adding outlets after drywall is expensive, so they're living with it. Is it worth it? So after all that, would they do it again? Yes. Despite the challenges, they love their home. It's unique, it's beautiful, it's energy efficient, and it costs less than comparable new construction in their area. Traditional new builds in their market are running $220 to $250 per square foot. They came in at $161 per square foot, but they emphasize this isn't for everyone. If you want a turnkey experience where you write a check and move in 6 months later, buy a traditional home. If you're willing to be deeply involved in the construction process, can handle stress and uncertainty, and want something different, a Grove Barndominium might be perfect. Who should buy a Grove Barndominium? You should consider Grove if you have construction experience or are willing to learn. You have time to manage a complex project. You're building in a rural or semi-rural area where zoning allows it. You can secure construction financing. You love the industrial modern aesthetic, and you value open floor plans and energy efficiency. You should avoid Grove if you need traditional financing. You're on a tight timeline. You want a hands-off building experience. You're in an area with strict HOA or zoning restrictions. You plan to resell within 5 years. Or you prefer the look and feel of traditional homes. The bottom line, a Grove Barndominium is not a shortcut to cheap housing. It's a different approach to home building with its own advantages and challenges. If you go into it with realistic expectations, a solid budget, and a willingness to problem solve, you can end up with an amazing home for less than traditional construction. But if you underestimate the costs, the time commitment, or the complexity, you'll end up frustrated and over budget. The homeowner's advice: add 20% to whatever Grove quotes you. Add 3 months to your timeline, and be prepared to become an expert in steel frame construction, whether you want it or not. That's the complete, honest breakdown of this Grove Barndominium build. If you found this helpful, please hit that like button and subscribe for more real-world construction content. No fluff, no sponsored BS, just honest information. Drop a comment below. Are you considering a Grove Barndominium? What's your biggest concern? Or if you've already built one, what's the one thing you wish someone had told you? I read every comment. Thanks for watching, and remember, the best home is the one you can actually afford to build and live in comfortably. See you in the next one.